Jerry, you got a cigarette?
Have I got a cigarette? Dean, I got these cigarettes.
You mean Chesterfield?
I mean Chesterfield.
Well, I'm with you.
Which means that Chesterfield, first cigarette with premium quality throughout in both regular and king size, brings you the Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis Show.
Chesterfield is best for you, so here's the thing for you to do. Buy your smokes the modern way, regular king size.
Start today.
Sound off for Chesterfield, sound off for Chesterfield. Try a pack of Chesterfield.
And do it today.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to bring you our master of ceremonies, Dean Martin.
Thank you. Right, getting high, everybody. Tonight, our Chesterfield carton is just full of regular and king-size surprises, especially for my partner, Jerry. You see, though he does know we're supposed to give out the famous Red Book Awards to some special guest, he doesn't know that our own extra special guest is Marilyn Monroe. That's right. Now, let's start the show rolling with a fitting theme song. You'd be surprised. She's not so good in the crowd, but when you get her alone, you'd be surprised. She isn't much at a dance, but then when I take her home, you'd be surprised. She doesn't look like much of a lover, but don't you judge a book by its cover. She's got the face of an angel, but there's a devil in her eyes. She's such a delicate thing, but when we start to squeeze, you'd be a surprise. She doesn't look very strong, and though she's weak in the knees, surprise, surprise, surprise. At a party or at a ball, I got to admit she's nothing at all, but in a Morris chair, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. She doesn't look like much of a lover, but don't you judge a book by its cover. She's got the face of an angel, but there's a devil right in her eyes. She's such a delicate thing, but when we start to squeeze, oh, surprise. She doesn't look very strong, and though she's weak in the knees, you'd be a surprise. At a party or at a ball, I got to admit she's nothing at all, but in a Morris chair, you'd be surprised. Thank you very much, well, friends. Lots of people ask me about my partner's childhood. Now, let me tell you that Jerry had it plenty tough as a kid. He had to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and walk 20 miles through snow and rain to get to school.
Yeah, that's why I never went.
Jerry Lewis! Jerry, I think we'd all like to know more about your background. You came from a theatrical family, didn't you?
Dean, I'll have you know I was born on the stage.
Really, Jerry?
Yes, and it went over so good my mother kept it in the act.
Well, sure wish I could have seen your act, Jerry.
It was really great, Dean. My father used to come out and juggle 16 plates with his left hand.
What'd he do with his right hand?
Pick up the pieces.
And what was your mother's contribution to the act?
Oh, she was a great sword swallower. She used to swallow a sword 5 feet long.
Oh, what's so great about that?
Mother's only 4 feet tall.
Oh. And what's your mother doing now?
She works for the park department. She walks around picking up papers.
I'll bet you were the star of the act, though, Jer.
You're so right, Deanie darling. You see, Dad used to balance me at the end of a 6-foot pole. But one day the act broke up.
What happened? Did you fall?
No, the pole ran off and got married.
Then there were just the three of you.
Yes, after that we did a magic act. Dad put me in a basket and stuck swords through it.
Swords? And what did you do in the act?
Bleed.
Bleed. Well, that figures.
You should have seen his teeny darling.
Ooh, yeah.
For an encore, Dad used to put a balloon in my mouth and shoot it out with an arrow at a distance of 6 inches.
Well, that isn't much of a trick, shooting a balloon out of your mouth with an arrow at the distance of 6 inches.
Through the back of the head?
No. With an arrow sticking out of your head, what did you do?
Help my mother pick up papers.
Oh. Well, it was mighty nice of you to lend your mother a helping hand. Must have been wonderful, dear. Mother, father, and son working together. What was the name of the act?
The Flying Sphinx.
Oh, all right. There. I read somewhere that when you grew older, you did an act with a trained seal that dived into a tank of water.
Yes, indeed, I did, Deanie. We laid off for 5 years until one day we got a break and open at the Palace. The first show, the seal dived into the tank and drowned.
Drowned? How come?
He hadn't worked in so long, he forgot how to swim.
There was a lot of sorrow in the family. Huh, Jerry?
Yes, sirree, Bob. Take my brother Bernie, for instance.
Is that the brother who's 28 years old and already can say da-da?
No, Bernie's the stupid one.
Oh.
The one whose head grew to a point because of an accident.
Bernie's head grew to a point because of an accident?
Yeah, when he was a baby, he fell into an ice cream cone.
Oh, and what's Bernie doing now?
Helping Mother pick up papers.
When you're asked to try a cigarette, you want to know, and you ought to know, what that cigarette has meant to people who smoke it and who smoke it all the time. For almost a year now, a medical specialist has given a group of Chesterfield smokers thorough examinations every 2 months. He reports no adverse effects to their noses, their throats, or sinuses from smoking Chesterfields. More and more men and women all over the country are finding out every day that Chesterfield is best for them. Enjoy your smoking. Try Chesterfields today. You'll find Chesterfield much milder, with an extraordinarily good taste.
Ladies and gentlemen, before my next song, I'd like once again to thank so many of you who have written to tell Jerry and myself how much you like the combination of comedy and drama you found in our latest picture, The Stooge. You've made us mighty proud and happy. Now, Richard, let's spin my latest recording. I look at her and I say to myself, there's my lover. Just imagine that she comes running to me for love. I feel so proud I could shout to the crowd, there's my lover. But the crowd mustn't know, for I mustn't show my love. Those are the lips that kiss me. Those are the arms that hold me. Those loving hands caress me. Oh, but the fates have blessed me. There is my first love, my last love, my all. There's my lover. Be it right, be it wrong, I'll always belong to her. Love, my last love, my all, there's my lover. Be it right, be it wrong, I'll always belong to her. And now, folks, comes the real special part of our program, the happy time when we introduce our guest star. Of course, tonight it's especially happy because we have Marilyn Monroe. As I told you, Jerry doesn't know about it, so it's going to be a complete surprise. And here comes Jerry.
Dean, who is it, Dean? Who? Our guest, Dean, who? Is it? Guest are who?
Well, I'll give you a hint. If I were an artist, I'd like to do her in oil.
You'd like to do her in oil?
Yeah, now who's our guest star?
Sardine?
Oh, shut up. Look, you take the most beautiful legs in the world, the most beautiful figure in the world, and the most beautiful face in the world, and put them all together. Now, what you got?
The ugliest woman in the world.
How come?
You got me so excited I put everything in the wrong place.
Well, this girl has everything in the right place. Jerry, every once in a while, a meteor flashes through the skies and falls into the ocean. Fortunately for us, the ball of fire we have as our guest missed the ocean and landed at 20th Century Fox. So, I give you the two most exciting words in the modern dictionary. Marilyn Monroe!
Thanks, Dean. That was a very flattering introduction.
Well, you deserve it, Miss Monroe.
Dean, look at your script. It's Monroe.
I'm looking at you. It's Monroe. Right, Jer?
Zippity-doo-dah, Deanie-daddy. Get a load of the dress she's wearing, Dean. 2 armholes loosely tied together. Wowee, what a dress.
Oh, it's nothing much. Just something I threw on.
You almost missed, didn't you?
Yeah.
Gee, thanks, boys. Do you really think this gown does something for me?
Yeah. Well, it does a lot more for us. What is it made of? Silk?
As a matter of fact, it's just plain cotton.
Cotton? I see more cotton on the top of a bottle of aspirin.
I'd better talk to the wardrobe mistress about this dress. It's so tight, I nearly wore myself out putting it on.
Poor girl. Are you all in?
Gosh. Well, gosh, I hope so.
Gee, Miss Monroe, Dean and I saw your last picture, Niagara. It was a darb, a positive darb.
What was the audience reaction to the picture in the theater?
After your first scene, they served the Hershey bars in Dixie cups.
Dean.
Yes?
You better concentrate on the script.
It's your turn.
Oh. We had a cocktail party at my house with a bartender and everything, and we showed home movies of your picture, Miss Monroe.
Now, you're not going to tell me that when I came on the screen that the ice and drinks melted.
Oh, no, that would be silly. The bartender melted.
Oh, you fellas are just kidding.
Remember the scene where you were kissing your boyfriend?
Yes.
Right in the middle, my canary threw himself at the cat. Miss Monroe, if you go out with me after the show, I'll buy you a bottle of perfume.
You're wasting your time, Jerry. Marilyn would rather go out with somebody like me.
That's right. I'm a blonde, and I like to go out with tall, dark, handsome men. You see, opposites attract.
Then you'll love me. I'm just the opposite.
Look, Jerry, you're a man, and I'm a woman.
Now that we've chosen up sides, let's play.
Won't you give up, Jerry? Marilyn prefers me. I've gone out with women who wouldn't even look at you.
So what? I've gone out with women who wouldn't look at me either.
Okay, Jerry, supposing I do go out with you. What'll we do?
Well, we get in my car and drive up Lookout Mountain. And when we get to the top,
Yes.
look out!
No, Jerry. If I went out with you, it might get into the newspaper. And you know how some newspapers will do anything for a story.
Well, we do know about that type of newspaper, Marilyn, but we can paint a better picture if we dramatize it. So, Fenneman, start dramatizing.
The Chesterfield Buy 'em by the Carton Players present Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis, and Marilyn Monroe in a dramatic newspaper yarn. It's the story of a cold-blooded newspaper editor who has no friends, but who is loved by Marilyn Monroe, entitled... So who needs friends?
You know, yes, this is the morning hangover. Editor Lewis speaking. What? Just a minute. I'll get the press room.
Hello, press room. What is it, Chief?
Quick, tear out the front page.
Why?
My mother just bought a new garbage pail and she needs something to line it with.
Hello, Chief. Tell me, baby doll, what's cooking?
I am. Get off my lap.
I've got a headline for you, Chief. Noted doctor advocates fish breeding for a hobby.
Too long. Cut it down.
What'll I say?
Surgeon, urgent, sturgeon, mergent. Come on, baby. Give us a kiss.
Editor Lewis, I'm the publisher of this paper, and I'm not paying you to kiss our star reporter. Spending all your time kissing her doesn't increase our circulation.
But it increases mine.
I can explain, Publisher Martin. I just came in to show him the wardrobe I'm going to take along on my vacation. This is my hunting outfit.
Hunting outfit? But that's a strapless, backless gown. You don't know your clothes.
You don't know what I'm hunting.
I should have known better than to hire a woman report.
Just a minute, sir. I'm a newspaper man. I'm not a woman.
You're not? I think we've got a scoop.
I mean, while I'm on this paper, I don't want to be thought of as a woman. I want to be thought of as a man.
Okay, but I hope we get adjoining lockers at the Y.
Hello. Morning hangover.
Hello, Chief. You remember Detroit Danny?
You mean a gangster who was almost beaten to death last week with a bag of wet chicken livers?
Yeah, well, he was shot to death. And I found a slug.
That slug is evidence. Bring it right over here.
I can't. I used it to make this phone call.
I know how Detroit Danny got knocked off. He was trying to blackmail Eskimo Eddie.
Chief, if you print that story, Eddie will kill you. And I'll be alone.
Want to bet?
Chief, darling, don't do it. Kiss me, kiss me, kiss me.
Ah, stop your nagging.
I don't want you to get killed. I'm a woman, and I want loving arms around me.
Don't worry, if I'm killed, somebody will come along tomorrow.
Yeah, but what am I going to do tonight? I don't want you murdered. Give up your job, and I'll marry you.
But what other work could I get?
Well, don't worry about it, kids. You're young. You can always live on love.
Yes. Give up your job, and we'll have kisses for breakfast, kisses for lunch, kisses for supper.
Gosh, kisses for breakfast, kisses for lunch, kisses for supper. Okay, it's a deal, baby. But I'm warning you.
About what?
Don't ever let me catch you having any meals out.
Chesterfield is the first cigarette to offer smokers premium quality in both regular and king size. King size Chesterfield contains tobaccos of better quality and higher price than any other king size cigarette. Chesterfield is first to name all its ingredients, ingredients that make the best possible smoke. And Chesterfield gives you this scientific report. No adverse effects to the nose and throat of a group smoking only Chesterfields. So enjoy your smoking. Change to Chesterfield today. Much milder, with an extraordinarily good taste.
You know, there's a familiar saying that goes, ask a silly question, you get a silly answer. But somehow when you set the question to music, that's the chorus of another color, an all-time favorite. For instance... How much do I love you? Well, I'll tell you no lie. How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky? How many times a day do I think of you? How many roses are sprinkled with dew? How far would I travel to be where you are? How far is the journey from here to the stars? And if I ever lost you, how much would I cry? How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky?
Well, friends, it's red letter time on our Chesterfield calendar. Or I should say, red book time, because here in the studio with us tonight is the editor of that fine magazine to make some very special awards. So let me happily make way for Mr. Wade Nichols.
Thank you, Dean. For 14 years now, Red Book magazine has annually honored outstanding Hollywood personalities for their contributions to motion picture art. This year, reflecting our magazine's identification with the interests of young adults, we're unusually happy to make our Silver Cup Award to a group of the young people who brighten this industry's movie screens and its future. So, to the winners in 5 categories of talent, Red Book magazine salutes the youth of Hollywood. You know, not every American family is blessed with a champion in the home. So when we come across a family that's blessed with 2, we've really hit the unusual. Here they are, the youthful stars of Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer's Everything I Have Is Yours, elected by Red Book as the best young dance team, the mighty talented Mr. and Mrs. Marge and Gower champions.
Thank you, Wade. I hope we can always dance as brightly and happily as my heart is dancing now at receiving your award. How about you, Gower?
All I can add, dear, is thank you. Thank you very much, Wade.
When the stage play, Remember of the Wedding, opened on Broadway, the critics unanimously hailed our next awardee as a great, new, and fresh dramatic star. Her performance in Columbia Pictures' version of this play has just won her a nomination for Hollywood's Academy Award as Best Actress. But much before that nomination, it was Red Book magazine's pleasure to honor as the Best Young Actress the well-deserving Julie Harris. Julie is on tour, and she speaks to us from Cleveland.
I'm deeply appreciative of this great honor, and I'd like you to know how disappointed I am that I cannot be with you tonight to accept in person the Red Book Award, which means so very much to me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
The foreign field of show business never yielded a lovelier, more charming, or able young star than the girl whom Red Book honors now. She scored a hit at first sight, and we're sure she'll score a good many more as the years go by. For Best Young Foreign Actress, here's lovely Leslie Carroll.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nichols. Thank you. You know, I've learned a lot of new words since I came to America, but I don't know how to say how happy I am about this honor. Thank you very much. Good night.
When it came to the category Best Young Box Office Personality, the winner was obvious. This young gal proved the box office bonanza to 20th Century Fox Studios. Yes, a mighty cute, golden, glittering, and glamorous a bonanza is Miss Marilyn Monroe.
Thank you, Wade. Appearing on the show tonight and getting this great honor, well, it leaves me sort of breathless. Thanks a million.
What can I say about our next award winners? Webster, Funk and Wagnalls, and even the Greeks would be at a loss for words to describe their amazing and amusing antics. Here they are, the best young comedy team, North, South, East, and West, the Hal Wallace Paramount stars, Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis.
All right, you say it, Jerry.
No, you say it, Dean.
I'll tell you what. We'll both say it. You ready?
Ready.
Mr. Nichols.
Mr.
Ladies
Nichols.
and gentlemen, we are very
And
proud
ladies
tonight
and
to be able to
gentlemen,
receive this
we
wonderful
are very
award.
proud
And I
tonight
must...
to
Jerry.
be able to receive
Jerry.
this wonderful
Jerry.
award.
Jerry!
What's the matter? Was I going too fast for you, Bobby?
No, but seriously, Jerry and I are really proud to get this honor. Aren't we, Jerry?
We certainly are, Dino. Our most sincere thanks go to Mr. Nichols and Red Book Magazine. We also thank all the guests who appeared with us tonight. And as for Marilyn Monroe, thank you on behalf of Dean and myself for being a wonderful guest.
Friends, Jerry and I will be back next week. Don't wait till then to try our Chesterfield.
Chesterfield is the first cigarette with premium quality throughout, in both regular and king size. And Chesterfield is a cigarette that gives you scientific evidence of real smoking pleasure.
We know Chesterfields are best for us, folks. You try them. You'll find they're best for you.
So until next week, this is Dean Martin.
And this is Jerry Lewis saying good night, everybody.
God bless
and
you
thank
all.
From Hollywood, you've just heard transcribed the Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis Show. Produced and directed by Dick Mack. Written by Arthur Phillips and Austin Taylor. With music prepared and conducted by Dick Stevie. And this is George Fenneman reminding you to listen to Chesterfield's award-winning show, Dragnet, Sunday night on this same NBC station.
Tonight, visit 79 Wistful Vista.